This is Lindsay at Mission San Juan Capistrano on November 29th, 2008.
Okay, students, this is the map here that the audio listener matches up to. We push a number and it will tell us what we want to hear when it comes to those sections. So Lindsay is holding an audio listener in her hand, which is the black device, and the map matches up to where we're going to be listening.
Can you imagine living inside a place like this?
This is a long hall of just photos right now, pictures and paintings. Of course.
I'm guessing the concrete floor is not original.
What is that, Lindsay? Can you tell us what that is?
This is the mission made of gingerbread icing. Gingerbread and icing.
Check that out.
Where the soldiers stayed. There were only 11 at a time.
Up to 11?
Up to 11 at a time here.
So we'll give it. What is this here?
These are their weapons.
Check out those weapons. It's a bayonet and swords. And then some fragments of axes and short swords in the back. You can't read it because it's hard to read back there. But on the left are axe fragments. Up above is Spanish period short swords. It says these artifacts were excavated at a mission in New Mexico by Dr. Michael Cox.
Two women doing Here's a bow and some of the stuff they use to weave their baskets.
Oh, it looks like different parts. Here's the beginning of one. Here's the finished product of the base, it looks like. Old fragments. Cool.
Here are a few baskets on display that were completed.
Daddy? 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 Okay.
Here are some clay pots and other clay items. And two woven baskets. That's where they crush the grapes to make wine.
That's where the vineyard started in California. This is the first vineyard in California.
This is the first vineyard in California.
It started in what year?
It started in 1783. Behind me are some cacti, and this is the courtyard to the missionary.
Those plants?
And those are the plants
That probably came from Spain.
that probably came from Spain.
Remember what the quote this up? What people thought?
This is where the people of the missionary thought
They took time to think and pray.
for time, and this is where they thought and prayed. Looks like a sewing room, and this might be the place where they wove their blankets. These are some of their stuff that they use for farming and planting. This is one.
Yeah, that reflection. Come over to the side. I'll just say what it is. See the name of it?
This is a saddle and a replica of the document that President Lincoln signed for mission San Juan Capistrano to be restored. Behind me are cooking pots and they use tallow to make candles, soap, grease, and ointment.
What is tallow, Lindsay?
Cow fat.
We are about to go into the Father Sarah Church.
We are about to walk into the mission cemetery.
And there's a bride getting pictures done. There's a wedding party here today.
Antonio Yorba, born July 20, 1743. San Saturnino, Spain. Died January 16, 1825. Rancho Santa Ana, California. Member of Portola Expedition 1769.
Here are the grave sites located here at Mission San Juan Capistrano. We're just going to take a quick view of the area, show you the crosses, the burial spots. One fell. Hopefully maintenance will come through and fix that. We don't want anything to happen bad. There's another one there.
Of the mission that stood in between 1797 and 1811.
Oh, and there's the cemetery we just visited. But there looks like more grave sites.
Here is a priest's patent uniform on a chair before settling to go to bed. According to this paperwork, here's an replica of the mission at its best
Between?
between 1806 and 1812.
I think it's really cool. And there is the cemetery again, where we also went to visit just a minute ago. And they show horses and cows roaming around in the ground.
The reason that Mission San Juan Capistrano is famous for because the swallows began returning on March 19, but sometimes they return on
As late.
June.
As late.
Translate
As late.
as what?
Sometimes they will return as late
Sometimes they will return as late
as June.
as June. Here's a mission kitchen.
And there is the stove, it looks like, or the pot above the fire to cook.
This concludes our tour at Mission San Juan Capistrano. Next, I hope to return and see the swallows come back on March 19, 2009. Thank you for visiting me